everybody, welcome back.
Hi guys, it's Melissa.
And it's Eric.
And we are Tilted K Homestead.
That's right, and today we are going to show you our seed haul.
Not only are we going to show you the seeds that we're going to plant in our garden this year, but we're also going to show you the seeds that we've been collecting so that we can have a good supply of seeds to put into our garden when we get to Arkansas.
So this is about 125 packets of seeds. These are our vegetables on these two rows, and these two rows are our flowers. These are all seeds that we are going to be bringing down to our homestead in Arkansas for our first year plant.
Yes.
And then...
And most of these seeds we've collected this year.
That's correct.
Mm-hmm. All right, and these are the seeds that we plan on growing in our garden for this year.
That's right, and we have them separated into different packs that we are going to show you that are categorized by when they need to be started. So the first ones that we need to start are our peppers and our celery, and the last ones we need to start are our cucumbers, and then our carrots and peas and beans will be direct sow.
Yeah, those are all direct sow.
So should we go through these?
Sure.
Go.
So the first seeds that we're going to be starting are ones that need to be sown between 8 to 12 weeks before the last frost date.
That's right, and that's going to be our peppers,
yes,
our celery, and our blooming onions, and we can start there, right?
Yeah, so we planned on doing onion sets this year, trying to do our own so that we wouldn't have to purchase them.
That's right, and we have a different variety of onion, but that is going to get planted, I think, 3 or 4 weeks down the line because they don't need as much time. So our first thing that we're going to try from seed
are the Australian brown onions from Baker Creek.
That's right. And those are going to take 8 to 12 weeks to come up. The next one,
we have celery. And it is Deline celery, I believe that's how you pronounce it. These are also seeds from Baker Creek. Most of the seeds that we're trying this year are from Baker Creek. We've heard a lot of good things from different videos that we've been watching about their seeds, so we figured we'd give it a try.
That's right. So the rest, I believe, is peppers, and we can go through these.
We do have a lot of peppers. Those are Cubanella peppers.
Then we have our jalapeno peppers.
Yep.
Then this is a favorite of ours.
Yes, we love banana peppers.
So we're going to do banana peppers. And then
California Wonders.
And then
these, I believe you pronounce them Etuda? Etuda? If I'm saying that right?
And then we have the
bullnose.
The bullnose, or basically a bell pepper. So we're going to have green and red and orange, and then a lighter green in the
banana pepper.
The banana pepper. And that is going to do it for our 12-week from frost date seed starting group.
Our next group of seeds that we would need to start would be between 8 to 10 weeks.
That's right. And the first one that we're going to go with is the Black Beauty eggplant. And that's by American Seed.
We also have these other onions that we're going to try again. Last year I tried direct sow and they didn't come up. So we're going to see if we get them to even germinate to see if the seeds are any good.
That's right. And they're white Lisbon bunching by American Seed. Now we're getting into our tomatoes.
Yes. The Rebecca Allens.
Our sweetheart cherries.
Mm-hmm. Amish paste.
And we're trying these because they're very meaty, and we're hoping we can get sauce out of those.
Yeah, we definitely want to try making our own sauce this year.
And then Romas.
Yep. And then we have Merlot lettuce,
which we are also going to try.
Then we have our 6 to 8 week when we start sowing.
That's right. And the first one we have is by American Seed, and it's Swiss chard. Do this one.
Then we have some chives
from American Seed. Then we have our basil, which is also from American Seed.
And I think that's Genovese basil.
It is Genovese basil. Then we picked these up at the store just because.
We had these seeds earlier and we wanted to try them. It's a different kind of Roma tomato.
From Burpee. And then one of my favorites for sandwiches, especially tomato sandwiches, is the super beef steak, and that's a Burpee seed. And then we have these are the small, colorful peppers, and they call them the Grand Bell mix, but they're not really a huge pepper, and they don't take a long time to sow. It says only 8 weeks before the first frost.
That's why these are in the next batch.
So that takes care of that category.
Then we have our 4 to 6 week sowing date.
That's right. And for that we have a pickle bush cucumber from Burpee Seed.
We have cilantro that we're going to grow again this year.
From American Seed Company.
Dwarf blue curled kale. Couldn't see what it said.
I think some people call this dinosaur kale, but I'm not sure. We looked for dinosaur kale, and we couldn't find it, but this looks like what people were calling dinosaur kale. I could be wrong. Then we're starting to get into some of our lettuces. Now, Grand Rapids leaf lettuce is one that we're going to try and grow from American Seed. And I really like the looks of this. This is Paris Island Cos salad, and it's a small head, probably about that big. It's not that big, and it's kind of a longer head like a romaine. It was just super interesting, and I wanted to give it a try. Then we have
some Market More cucumbers
from Baker Creek. And we have Early Fortunes from Baker Creek.
So we got a pretty good variety of tomatoes and cucumbers. This year what we decided to do was, when we were talking about planting in our garden, we were going to do more of what we could can and preserve versus try new things. We wanted to try to grow what we knew we could grow so that we'd get the best yield out of our garden this year.
That's right. We wanted to, she's absolutely right. We wanted to get the best yield. And the reason why we are not doing a lot of experimentation this year in this garden is it's our last year up here in New England growing before we go down to our homestead in northern Arkansas, and we want to be able to produce as much food as we can and freeze so that we will have that when we go down to Arkansas available to us, instead of going down there and instantly starting to shop at the grocery store. we're planning on bringing as much food as we can with us.
All right, so our last packet of seeds that we have are seeds that are going to be direct sown into our garden after the last frost.
That's right. And these usually, some of these just don't transplant well. Others are just meant to be direct sown into the ground.
Yeah.
So the first one we have is sugar snap peas from American Seed.
These are snowbird, and they're almost the same thing as sugar snap peas, but we had a half package, so we're just going to finish up using them this year.
That's right. And then we have several different varieties of radish. This is Early Scarlet from American Seed. This is the Cook's Custom Blend from Burpee. This is the Gourmet Blend from American Seed.
Yes. And then we're going to do spinach.
And that is from Burpee.
Yep.
And then these we're going to do in a pot, I believe, correct?
We are. We're going to do our spinach and some of our other vegetables in pots.
That's
too
right.
This
and
year.
this is Esbeck Golden from Baker Creek.
It's a kind of carrot.
Yeah, and it should be good in the pot. Now these are not going in the pot, but I think that the yield that we're going to get from these will be much better. And these are Chinese green noodle beans.
And this year we decided to go with all pole beans instead of bush beans. So we're going to see how that makes a difference with our yields.
That's right. And then finally, we are going with tall telephone peas from Baker Creek. All right, so those are the seeds that we are going to be planting in the community garden this year.
Yes, and Eric has built a nice little growing area for me to start seeds downstairs in our basement. So I'm going to be starting our 8 to 12 week variety of seeds.
Hopefully downstairs in the basement in that area that we have set up, we will be able to control what's going on much better.
Yes, because it's a lot warmer down there, and with our heat mats and new lights that you put in,
that's right,
we should be able to have a more successful growing season.
We tried petunias last year, and I will leave a link for that.
Yes.
And we tried them actually in this window right here, and they didn't turn out the way we were planning.
No, they didn't get enough light, so they were very leggy. They did germinate.
They germinated,
we had a lot.
It was a big learning experience. They did not have enough light.
No, I didn't thin them out enough.
We didn't harden them off properly. We basically did everything you could do wrong to a poor set of seeds. So, although that was a failure,
They did grow pretty extensively,
but they never bloomed.
They never bloomed.
So, although that was a failure, it was a huge learning opportunity for us.
Definitely.
And we think that we have found those faults and corrected them in this year's sowing of seeds.
And also done a lot more research.
That's right. And actually following the recommendations on the package, not just doing things the way we want to do them.
Well, what's convenient for us, not what was best for our plants. I also wanted to share with you guys that we're super excited this year. We're going to be doing a seed swap with Celtic Roots.
Celtic Roots Farm. I will leave a link to the video that they have on their seed swap.
Yes.
And that seed swap is until the end of February to get them in. And in their show notes of that video, you can find all the information you need if you want to be part of that seed swap. Okay, so that'll do it for us. We're gonna get downstairs and start sowing some of those seeds.
Yep.
Thank you so much for joining us today and checking out the seeds that we'll be planting.
Alright guys, thanks so much for watching, and wish us luck on our seed starting.
I hope that everybody has a great growing season this year in 2022.
Yes.
And if you could hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that bell. It'll let you know every time we got a video coming out.
And don't forget, if you're really enjoying our channel, please share it on all your social media.
Okay, guys. Till the next one, we'll see you later.
Have a good one.
Bye.